Hello everyone, this is Varsha and you are watching the series of success stories brought to you by Indian Achievers Forum. So once again, we are here with you all to discuss the success story of one more achiever of ours. And this time we have with us Miss Nisha Nair, who is the head HR of Sagar Soft India Limited. But before we actually start the conversation with her, let's quickly have a look at a very small video telling you about what we actually do.
Indian Achievers Forum is driven by a full-fledged advisory board. The board consists of experienced personalities who have excelled in their respective careers. Together, the forum organizes conferences, events, workshops, exhibitions, trade shows, and B2B initiatives in India as well as abroad. Where there is passion, there is achievement. And where there is achievement, there is Indian Achievers Forum.
Hello, ma'am, how are you?
I'm doing good, Samasha. How are you doing?
All good, ma'am. Thank you so much for asking. And before we actually start our session for the day, if you can please tell us a bit more about yourself, as in who you are and what you do.
As you have briefly introduced, I am Nisha Nair, and I lead an HR team here at Sagasoft India. And about me, my focus is actually in finding creative ways to make our company better anytime and every time. And I do more than the regular work to make sure our people match with our company's big plans and anytime wherever I have been associated with, right? So I've done a lot of change in how we work, especially how we get along with with people and the way we do things. And did have an opportunity to work in multiple small startups, big companies, across geographies, in different places, different roles. But my goal has always been the same, where I have wanted everyone to feel good about their job and be successful at their own places, right? So by solving problems and coming up with your special programs, I've made sure a lot of our employees are happier day by day and would want to stay with us, right? Good point about me, for which I have, which helps me through my role, is I speak a lot of languages, which helps me to work with people, gel with them all across the globe and in different roles, definitely. And for me, I'm good at finding solutions to any tricky solutions, problem statements that you talk about, to which helps to keep my work environment definitely positive at any point of time. To sum it up, I just don't look at after people as a head of HR itself. I'll make sure our people and our company work well together. So I create a place. The whole motto is to create a place where everyone is welcome, excited to work, and where our team success keep going, every time and anytime.
Lovely to know that, ma'am. So now proceeding ahead, I really want to know from you that how do you see the industry changing, and how supportive are you of women in leadership roles?
See, the industry is changing in big ways for sure, as you know, and technology is always getting better. And people working are from different age groups here, and we are focusing on having different kinds of people in our teams. Is the theme around? I've noticed that more than people realizing how important to have women in charge in today's environment. So I feel personally that women leaders bring ideas, strength that makes us better decisions and work together well. And sometimes it's still hard for women to become leaders because of things like their gender or not being treated fairly or not having enough guidance, etc. But to fix this, I think today many companies are making programs, their procedures, rules to help move up their career ladders. Right? They're creating special programs to help them learn, get advices, and they're also letting them work in many different ways that fit their family. Most important of all. So the future of the industry depends on a lot of people in charge, to be very frank, and definitely women leaders are a big part of that. You know, so even though things are getting better, we still need to keep working on to make sure women have same chance as the other men as in terms to be a leader, right? We have to stop treat people differently because of their gender, or or and create a place where everyone can do well based on their skills, right? So in my job, I make sure that women feel like they are belong, and they have the same chances to be at leaders at all levels, irrespective their cater the what they bring on to the table. So it's just not being about fair, it also making our company stronger, more creative, and ready for whatever changes comes our way actually.
Very, very correctly said, ma'am. So now, what is your opinion on the importance of balancing a family and a professional career for a woman?
See, balancing the demands of a family in a in Indian centric terms, and and a professional career holds a very paramount importance for any woman, I would say, who is working. Has It profoundly impacts the holistic well-being, their career contentment, the individual fulfillment when I talk about. So, to allow me to elaborate more on the significance of this equilibrium, when I ask, is firstly that it contributes to your personal satisfaction. So women take multifaceted of roles like caregivers, professionals at home, at contributors to their families, communities. So definitely striking a balance among these roles definitely seems offers a sense of fulfillment across various dimensions of life. Secondly, the this balance fuels up your career growth by effectively managing both family and professional commitments. Women can channel their undivided attention, energy in some of these areas, which enables them to thrive uh, in terms of their ambitions without compromising on their personal lives, right? Moreover, achieving this balancing sets as an influential example for could be an example for our future generation, to be very frank. So it definitely shatters your traditional stereotypes by showcasing how women can excel in their profession at the same time while nurturing their families, and also encouraging your younger girls to pursue their aspirations fearlessly today. Furthermore, maintaining this whole safeguards well-being that we talk about, the juggling act between your familial responsibilities and work obligations can be demanding and stressful. So striving a balance safeguards you know a woman's mental and health, physical health, leading to enhance happiness, or reduce burnout when you talk about. So from an organizational perspective, you ask, embracing a work life balance yields definitely a substantial benefits. So corporations today actually thrive on with a diverse and inclusive workforce, empowering women to achieve this balance, which actually has resulted in improved retention, heightened productivity over the period of time, and fostering positivity in terms of the company culture that we are trying to abreast on, right? So balancing work, family, and your career necessity requires a strong time management and prioritizing skills for sure at any for any woman, um, in and also not just enabling their professional growth but also nurturing their personal growth. Woman has to be adapted in managing this balance, often by cultivating various invaluable skills that could augment some of their personal development and a leadership aptitude, to be very frank, right? So furthermore, I could just say that women can effectively harmonize both the roles, and definitely can contribute to a broader goal of gender equality, where they can be empowered to be successful both at home and work, so that it paves a way more than just when a equitable society when you talk about. So in my capacity, if you ask from a head of this role, I'm resolute in nurturing an environment here where women are afforded the flexibility, and we keep the all available support required to achieve this equilibrium when you ask, right? So beyond mere fairness, it is about acknowledging that women's accomplishments possibly impact both their families and our organizations too. So yeah.
Right, ma'am. So now, talking about the future, everyone do plans for their future. So, what further plans are you having for yourself in the upcoming years? If you can share a bit of those plans with us.
See, as a woman HR leader, I would say my future plans revolve around achieving excellence in various multiple dimensions. So I'm actually really committed towards driving diversity and inclusion initiatives that empower all employees, regardless of their gender, and to thrive in our organization day in day out. So which predominantly includes like your mentorship programs, leadership development opportunities, and flexible worker arrangements that cater to the needs of the women professionals. Furthermore, I would like to say I aim to create a workplace culture that not only supports a work-life balance but also encourages it. By fostering an environment where both men and women can effectively manage their professional and personal responsibilities, uh, which overall enhances any employee well-being and job satisfaction. In terms of leadership, if you would like to, I would like to state is I would aspire to to definitely continue developing my own skills and knowledge through continuous learning and my networking. This would definitely enable me to stay upfront in terms of the HR trends and the best practices that we have across, ensuring and wherein I could just provide strategic guidance and innovative solutions to the challenges that our organization or any at in our industry, any would actually require actually. So ultimately, I would say my goal as an HR leader is to inspire and empower the next generation of female professionals to pursue leadership roles and make a meaningful impact in the field of not just HR but any domain that they want to get through, right? So through mentorship, advocacy, or really by example, I really want to contribute to breaking down the barriers that we have that still continue and creating a more equitable and an inclusive workplace for everyone.
Right, ma'am. And I wish you all the success for all these plans of yours as well.
Thank you.
Right. So now, moving ahead, if you can please put some light and on the women in leadership role in your organization, and also how is your organization providing and nourishing the work environment which helped you out to, get or win this award for yourself.
Well, in our organization, I mean, women in leadership is just not a trend, but I think that's a very fundamental value that we hold. We definitely recognize the unique insights and creativity or dynamism, you could say, that any woman can bring to leadership roles, and we are really committed to fostering an environment that nurtures these talents here in house, right? For this, our approach begins with the strongly emphasizing, again, I would repeat, the diversity and inclusion at all levels for us. And we have implemented, targeted recruitment, development programs that focus on building a pipeline of, female leaders for us. So, which again, as I said, right, it includes the mentorship initiatives, your leadership trainings, opportunity cross-functional exposure, all tailored to support your woman's career progression. Flexibility is a very key component in our strategy when we are, promoting this. So we offer flexible work arrangements that enable women to balance family and career, and recognizing this balance is vital for them. At the same time, we have also people who have taken breaks want to rejoin and restart their career back. We also work on those promotions as well. We also have actively encouraging a culture of collaboration and support where women voices are heard and valued within the organization. Our regular forums and networking events that we are for women centric provide them a platform for sharing some of those experiences, insights, encouragement, or testimonials, feedbacks, whatever you like to say. Moreover, our leadership also do is very much committed to gender equality, setting up your clear targets and accountability measures to ensure the women's leadership is not an afterthought, but also it's very much an integral part of your organizational, system, dynamics basically. So receiving this award of Women of Excellence award affirms, for me, these efforts that was made, but that's not the end of our journey, to be very frank. So we'd still continue to evaluate, innovate, and invest in much more practices that would support women in leadership and all levels, making the organization a place where women can really thrive. So, in a summary, in a short précis, if I would say, our organization's approach to women to leadership is holistic, quite deliberate, and definitely ingrained in our culture and values. So it's about creating, opportunities, nurturing talent, and celebrating successes, all of which, which has actually contributed in many ways to our esteemed organization recognitions in many ways.
Right, and I once again congratulate you on this achievement of yours.
Thank you.
Right. So now, before concluding our lovely session, as we have discussed a lot about your professional journey so far and also the plans that you are having in the near future, if you can also brief us a bit about the CSR activities that you're involved in.
With respect to CSR, I personally, go beyond my job as head of HR to give back to the society. So, which matches the values I believe in for my career too. So, I definitely feel it's important for businesses and professionals to do good things for the community, and I've been actively part of different efforts to make this happen at all times. So in my company, I've led projects that have helped the community in education, empowering women, supporting those who help in need, especially during your COVID times and other areas where there has been a need, and there's been a flag that we could always support. So we have also at the same time created policies to make sure we do things and give good things for the society, the environment. We give good things back. We take good things, we give good things back. So outside of work, I'm involved in various groups that focus on fairness of all genders, helping kids learn, sometimes old age homes, making communities better. So whether I'm teaching or raising money or being hands-on with some of these groups, I definitely use my skills, connection wherever possible to make sure it really makes a difference out there. So I also do share my ideas at various events, and on how business can be ethical or advisory roles to a certain groups where uh, things can be they would require from my end, and why it is important to care about the community with respect to it. To sum it up, so I contribute in many ways. I'm directly involved in the community to be precise, and I make sure our business is doing good, and I try to inspire others also to care about the fairness and the kindness that we would look forward.
Lovely to know, ma'am. So thank you so very much for joining with us today. It was great talking to you, and I wish you all the success for all your future endeavors, and may you continue to inspire us the way you are doing. Thank you so very much for your time.
Thanks, Varsha. Thank you so much. It was appreciative, and it was great talking to you as well.
Thank you.